Matt Sapaula here, Chief Distribution Officer of PHP Agency. You're probably watching this video right now because you just completed watching our How to Create Wealth video on the 4 steps we use to make money pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and obviously after pandemic. And the 3 audiences most likely watching this video are, number 1, you've never been in any form of sales. You've never been in any type of business before. You don't even have any entrepreneurial experience. You don't have any business backing and maybe a college degree, and you're brand new just like myself, who just had nothing more than a high school diploma and just a little bit of experience in life. The second type of audience that's probably watching this video right now, you're part of PHP Agency. You really didn't dive into the compensation model, and probably a furlough or layoff had you make serious conversations with your friends, your family. So you know what? I need to take advantage of PHP Agency. The big event just reignited me and I'm on fire again. Let me make sure I'm confident and clear about how I make money with PHP. And the third type of audience is probably watching this video are those who are PHP full-time, and they're explaining it, they're sharing with their associates, and they're using it as some form of training model, again, to gain confidence and clarity in how we're making 6 figures and 7 figures and soon to have 8-figure income earners here inside PHP Agency. So in this video, what we're going to cover is a few things. Number 1, we're going to cover our compensation. We're going to break down, we're going to unpack how we get paid, how you get paid. Listen, I'm not much of a numbers guy, but I'm definitely a money guy. And here you'll understand how to make money in our system, in our model, and more specifically on our platform. And the second thing we'll cover is some income models. Yes, income models. In other words, I'm going to unpack further our compensation model. So therefore, if you're wondering, how do I make my job optional? Or how do I make some part-time income where I'm significantly paying down debt? I'm significantly saving some money. I'm significantly putting my money away for my kids' college education, or just having options for myself where I have double income. So the conversation a lot of people have today is, if I have a full-time job, and look, I have a full-time job in this type of economy, how to create a side business without having a second job? And for those of you that's thinking big, you want to make $250, $500, 750, 7 figures? How many guys want to be cash flow, first generation multimillionaires? Yes, that's you. That's this conversation too as well. I'll cover a model that you can become a 6-figure, 7-figure income earner on this platform. And last but not least, I'm going to cover a little bit of our success journey with my wife Sheena and I on how we started from the bottom and how we experienced the 4 different phases of income and how it relates to you. So before we go into our compensation guidelines, I want to explain and unpack why we are the sexiest compensation plan in the marketplace today for somebody that actually wants to build a business, not a practice, but actually build a business they can earn money from for a long, long time. Number 1, in this industry, once you get licensed, you can make a whole lot of money in a short period of time as long as you pass an exam. Pass the test, in most states, 150 questions, multiple choice. Listen, if a jarhead like me can pass a test like this without a college degree, without a sales or business or insurance background, you have a good shot at passing it too as well. Number 2, 0 leads to buy. Unlike a lot of people in the insurance industry, we have 0 leads to sell you. We don't make money on any leads. We don't take any contracts away from you because you are buying leads and purchasing leads. Here at PHP Agency, we're going to teach you scripts. We're going to teach you actual organic marketing. We're going to teach you the most powerful method of marketing known to man. What's that method? Word of mouth. Word of mouth. Think about, what is social media? It's one big glorified way to create word of mouth, whether through text, whether through pictures, or through video. You're learning because of word of mouth. Third thing, scale. We're going to teach you how to build a local agency. Okay, we're going to start small, so if you're thinking bigger, you can build nationally, you can build regionally, you can build multiple states, you can build all over the country from the convenience and safety of your Zoom software and laptop and iPad and iPhone. That's why we're one of the sexiest compensation plans, and we're because of our platform, our system. You can do this also online. Number 4, not only are we an independent firm, we can independently choose what carriers we do business with on our platform. So in other words, we get a lot of agents asking us, hey, I used to work at this company, and before I choose anybody else to do business with, even though I have a brokerage type of situation, I first got to write it through my home company. Not so here at PHP Agency. We're not owned by an insurance agency. We're not owned by an insurance company. We do what's best for the client. We put the client in the middle of the marketplace and say, hey, these are the carriers that can help you in your particular situation. This is your scenario. This is the most appropriate. This is the most suitable. What do you want to do? We give you options. We give you choices. So you are not bound by the guidance and forced to write business with any insurance carrier based on the ownership of PHP Agency. That's completely up to you in your guidance. Last but not least, number 5, company culture. Listen, I've been in sales before, coming out the military. I've been in vitamin sales. I was selling for metrics. I've been in amongst guys in real estate. I've been amongst guys in insurance. I've been amongst guys at the banks. I've been amongst guys at the brokerages. And guess what? Those cultures, it's a sales culture. It's vultures. You got to watch your back. Somebody's going to steal your deal. Somebody's going to steal your client. Somebody's going to try to get your team. Somebody's trying to recruit you from here to go over there. But I've never seen a company like PHP Agency so devoted to leadership development and teamwork. Why? Because everybody here under this umbrella of PHP Agency, we're devoted to one vision. And what's that one vision? By 2029, we're going to have 500,000 licensed agents in the marketplace. I know it's a kind of a crazy vision, isn't it? I know. But think about that real quick. We are united under one vision, working together, and our compensation structure, as we explained it, gives us a financial incentive to work together versus apart. Listen, guys, I came from the bottom. I have 0 college degree. I don't come from a Vanderbilt last name. I didn't have a pedigree. I enlisted into the Marine Corps. I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. It was in my 7th year in the Marine Corps that finally somebody presented me an opportunity to get involved in the industry for me to learn the rules of the money game. Think about this. I'm making $20,000 a year as a sergeant in the Marine Corps. And the reason why I figured why I didn't have a lot of money, because I didn't have a serious conversation about how I expected that money to come to me. A book that changed my life. A book that changed my life in 1999 was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. He discusses ways to make money in our country based also on this quadrant. Let me break it down. In this cash flow quadrant, he explains in his book, is that there's 4 major ways to make money in a country. Number 1, you can make money as an employee. That's what I did. United States Marines, you fill out a W-9, you wait for your W-2s at the beginning of the year so you can get your tax refunds sooner than later. Or people make money working for themselves. You can be a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer. You can be an engineer with your own consulting firm. You make money working for somebody, or you work for yourself. 90% of people make money right here. That's why, sadly, 90% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. It wasn't until I started learning more about the B quadrant, which stands for business owner. So until I went from self-employed to business owner and understand the concepts of scale, of systems and processes, I didn't understand how to make money while I'm away. So here's the biggest problem I had. The biggest problem I had is sales, 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 leads, 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 transaction, transaction, transaction. Great, I make money. I made a lot more money than I was when I was making as a United States Marine. But the moment I stopped doing that, the moment I started selling it, I wasn't making any money. So you either make money working for somebody, make money for yourself, or you start building a business and you can slide into the I quadrant. You've all seen Shark Tank. You've seen all these guys hear a pitch and see these entrepreneurs out there asking for money for a percentage of their firm, but they make money together. That's being an investor. Because as I was starting to learn the rules of the money game, I started learning to say, you know what? So if this is the way people make money, and the types of income that they make, for example, you make money as you earn it, 9 to 5, right? You clock in, you clock out. Salary, overtime. Here's a problem with earned income. It's limited, okay? You're limited on the type of money you can make here. There's only so many hours you can work. There's only so many sales you can do. There's only so many transactions you can do. Even if it's $100,000, $500,000 income. A friend of mine, she became an orthopedic surgeon. There's only so many knees you can operate on a weekly, monthly basis. 2 different types of other income I learned about, which is passive and portfolio. You set up a business, you invest in some real estate, you set up a partnership, next thing you're making money, you get some stocks, bonds, mutual funds, you get capital income, capital gains. But here's what I realized about number 2 and 3. This is where rich people made money. Rich people don't make money here. They make money here on passive and portfolio income. They make money, earn income from it, where 98, 99% of the income doesn't come from their own efforts, and yet they can reinvest that money back into other things. What I focused on the last 5 years here at PHP Agency is how to create compounding income. In other words, your income starts going here, 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 boom. It becomes a vertical leap in terms of compounding income. And how do I experience that? I'm going to share with you some numbers here that probably shock you. I got involved in this business at 24, 25 years old. I had multiple jobs. I was an Olive Garden server, and I worked at the YMCA at 5 to 8 o'clock in the morning. By the way, you know why I took the job at 5 to 8 o'clock in the morning at the YMCA? So if I'm going to be reading books and getting paid for it, and that's why I figured out the lifeguard job, because nobody's swimming at 5 to 8 o'clock in the morning at the YMCA. But for here, 12 years, I was an independent insurance agent. You know what I did in those 12 years? I bought leads. I became a personal producer. I think my highest contract was 135, 140% contract. If I wasn't buying leads, I do on my own direct mail to get people to a seminar so I can feed them, hopefully educate them, get them to know me, get them to hopefully like me, and more importantly, get them to trust me, so therefore they say, okay, he knows what he's doing, let me do business with him. And to further increase my credibility, I went on radio and TV. I got hired to go to different insurance marketing organizations. I get hired as a speaker. They pay me $5,000, $10,000. So that was my life. I was the #1 producer out of 25,000 licensed agents in my 30s. But here's my biggest worry. Because in the insurance industry, when you do well, they send you on world travel. I remember my first time in the Bahamas. It's a 7-day trip to the Bahamas. We stayed at the Cove, and I'm attempting to enjoy it, and I'm thinking in my back of my mind, hold up, what's my office doing? What's my staff doing? What's the agents that I'm training and coaching and mentoring, what are they doing the leads I gave them? I'm emailing, I'm calling, hey, did you get this, you get that? I might as well just stayed in my office because my whole 7 days I couldn't enjoy the Bahamas. Because when the cat's away, the mice will play. And that's what I figured that they were doing. In the back of my mind, I saw that. I had a little bit of paranoia when it came to that situation. When I saw the reports, it proved to me that they were just playing around. They weren't serious about the business. I was stuck in self-employed hell. For sure, I was making a lot of money. But I was ran by my business. I don't want to be in a position where I'm running my business. Then I'm not reactive to my business. My business reacts to me. I lead my business doesn't lead me. So here's what I realized. I started to plateau. My business was only as good as the leads I would buy and the seminars I could do and the sales and transaction I can close. Limited. Remember I talked about here, earned income? Being limited, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So my wife and I were looking at the situation. We decided to shift from the employee quadrant to the self-employed quadrant to now thinking and acting and looking for a system and a process in an environment, a company, a culture, a platform that allowed me to deploy more business principles of scale into my existing situation. Listen, this is not one of those get rich quick things. Although you can make a lot of money here in a short period of time. Yes, that can happen. But if you want it to last, if you want it to compound, guess what you have to incorporate? You need to incorporate systems, processes, and surround it with a company culture, with leadership development at its core. So therefore your business can exponentially grow as it has for ours. And I recognize where we're at in our firm, in our timeline as a company right now. But we're the little company that nobody wanted to pay attention to. Now, people are coming to our platform. Now, we have the late, great Kobe Bryant paying a visit to us. Now, we got the Kevin Harts of the world paying attention to us. Now, we got the former President of the United States coming on our platform and doing an interview, so therefore we can learn about leadership development and understanding the importance of capitalism and entrepreneurship. Now, we have guys like Pitbull coming to our convention, where our guys are interviewed. Ricky Aguilar interviewed him in front of everybody. We got guys like Trey Gowdy, a values and principles guy, that a guy like Jose Gatan interviewed in front of 15,000 eyeballs online. Now we got a General Mad Dog Mattis that I had the honor and pleasure to be interviewing as a United States Marine myself, to be interviewing an icon of generals of our era in General Mattis, where we get to interview him here on our platform. So when we're looking at PHP Agency, where we're at today, I'm seeing a lot of other companies say, you know what? These guys are not only competing, but man, they have some awesome people over there. So with all that being said, let's actually break down how we get paid here at PHP Agency and why this is the sexiest compensation plan for an entrepreneurial agency building type of thinker. Number one, comp plan breakdown. If you want to get promoted here at PHP Agency, the first level of promotion is an associate. Requirement to become promoted associate is 3 personal direct recruits, 3,000 submitted points, and 3 applications that you submit. The next big level to get promoted is to director, which means you get 2 direct field associate or 1 direct field associate in your organization. You have 6 licensed agents that you converted from brand new to licensed or from another firm, 30 team recruits, 30 team applications, and 60,000 submitted points in a 90-day time frame. And some of you guys are thinking, really, can I make money at a 60% director-based shop contract? Yes, just last month we announced all the people that are making a part-time income over $5,000 a month as a director on this contract, transition from potentially part-time to going full-time. And the next contract, which makes you an official marketing director at a 75% base contract. In that 3 months, you have to do 50 team recruits, 50 base team apps, and 100,000 team base points collectively all together. You also need 15 licensed agents, and within inside your organization, you need 3 direct field associates or 1 direct director and 1 direct field associate in your organization in order for you to earn and get promoted to a marketing director contract, where now you have access to the GEB, Great Equalizer bonus, which I'll cover here in a second. Now, the next major milestone is Senior Vice President. In order to get promoted to Senior Vice President, as an organization, you need 300 super team recruits, 300 super team submitted applications, and 600,000 super team submitted points throughout your entire organization. In addition, you need licensed agents and make sure they're appointed with our carriers, and 6 direct marketing directors that you've helped promote to also an agency builder, agency broker type of position called, again, marketing director. 6 of them. You need to accomplish this all within a 90-day calendar period. So, how many guys thinking big? How many guys thinking 7 figures? How many guys are thinking that you would love to actually start kissing 8 figures. Well, that's board counsel. That's a board counsel. It's a pinnacle position. The number one position right now currently within inside PHP Agency is board counsel. That's where my wife and I are at. We started this business from scratch. Nobody gave us anything. That's a unique position where we're at our PHP Agency, that we didn't buy our way there, we didn't schmooze our way there, we didn't call a favor. No, we built our way there. That's a unique thing about PHP Agency. You do the work, you get promoted. And in order to get to board counsel promotion, you need to have 20 direct marketing directors, you need 1,500 licensed and appointed agents, 1,500 licensed appointed agents, you need 1,500 super team recruits, 1,500 super team applications throughout your entire organization, and 3 million super team submitted points throughout your organization with inside a 3-month calendar period. And there's benefits being a board counsel. Not only do you go from a 60, 70% contract, 79% contract as a senior vice president, but you get the top contract with inside PHP Agency, which is 82.5% contract. Huge perk, being invited to the annual carrier meeting. By the way, I've never seen, 21 years of me doing this, I've never seen an insurance organization bring into its company a dinner and a meeting, all the different carriers that represent the multi-billion-dollar we represent, and have a shot at making decisions for the future direction of the agency that you're a part of. I've never seen that happen before. So let me break down how much money you can make with this opportunity on this platform for you, part-time to full-time, full-time to 6 figures, 6 figures to 7 figures. Let's check this out. Let's say you attain the position of director with inside PHP, and that's at a 60% contract. And you see a client, they want to do $100 a month premium into a product that you deem is suitable and appropriate for them. You take that $100 a month premium, you multiply it by 12 months, that's $1,200 of annualized premium that you multiply into your contract level, and at this point, it's 60%. Your commission for that one sale is $720. And in this situation, if you do 1 a week or 4 times a month, in this scenario, you make $2,880 on a part-time basis, and if you multiply that by 12, you make $34,560 either part-time or, in your case, full-time, whatever you deem is necessary. But if you say, you know, Matt, I'm gonna do 2 a week, I'm gonna do 8 a month. In that case, with 8 customers, you make $5,760 in this transaction by helping 8 customers a month. That's $69,120 a year. Now here's the thing, the average income in America is around $63,000 a year working for somebody else. Could you imagine working for yourself, 8 customers a month, setting your own schedule at your pace, around your family, around your priorities, and you're making $69,120 and you're in charge? Yep, that's this opportunity. The next position I want to discuss with you is now running your own small agency. We call that marketing director. Instead of a 60% contract, now you're getting paid at a 75% commission contract. So let's run that same similar scenario again. $100 a month sale multiplied by 12 months is $1,200 a year annual premium. Multiply that $1,200 by a 75% contract, not 60. And now instead of getting paid $720 a sale, now you're getting paid $900 per transaction. You take that $900 per transaction once a week, you're making $3,600 on a monthly basis with your own personal pen. Now, as a marketing director, you're here building a team, right? We discussed earlier they need 15 licensed agents to earn the position of marketing director. Let's say 3 of your agents, Joe, Linda, and Mary, decide to say, you know what? I'm gonna start working this business this month, and I'm gonna do my own transaction. And Joe writes out, he writes business, makes $720. Linda goes out, she writes business, she makes $720. Mary, she goes out, writes business, $720 to herself. Not bad income for an hour or 2 hours worth of work. However, you, as a marketing director, you get to override that business. It's called spread. The difference between 75% and 60% is 15%, 15% override or spread that you earn also by building your own agency. Now think about this. Everybody writes 1 sale once a week, 4 times a month. Your income from that with just 3 active agents, in this example, Joe, Linda, and Mary, you earn as a marketing director $69,120 in your agency by being your own boss. If you want to scale it to 2 transactions a week, 8 transactions a month, that's $138,240 you make on an annual basis. But imagine this, you and your team starts thinking bigger. You decide to do 16 sales each month. That's $276,000 of income to you on a yearly basis. What happens if you start even thinking bigger? You start doing 32 clients a month. That's $550,000 of income on an annual basis, and you put yourself in the top 1% of income in America, in the United States. Think about this though. This is on you. It's your own business, you're your own boss. You choose to decide how big you think, how big you scale, and how hard you work. In this next scenario in our income model is you as a senior vice president. As a senior vice president, you decide to write 10,000 of the 50,000 points yourself. That's approximately 8 policies at $100 a month. In that scenario, with your 79% contract, because you're no longer a marketing director, you're a senior vice president, you get paid $7,900. However, because you are a marketing director and senior vice president, you also activate a great equalizer bonus of another 15% bonus. So add another $1,500 to your $7,900. You earn $9,400 from your personal pen. Now, of all the agents you have that you're properly supervising and mentoring, 10 of them say, okay, let's go write business. Together, collectively, they submit 33 policies. That's approximately 3 policies per agent. Of the 40,000 points that they write, you earn a 17% override. That's approximately $6,800. But you remember that great equalizer bonus I was talking about that you activated? That pays you a 50% commission additional bonus, which is another $6,000. So from building a team, from guiding and leading an organization, you now earn $12,800 from that effort. Combine that together with your $9,400, you earned that month just from your agency $22,200. If that's all you did for 12 months, you'd earn $266,400 from writing 33 policies that month, or an average of 3 per agent. Imagine that. But as a senior vice president, you've also built 6 marketing directors. So let's just say in this scenario, they're writing on average about $25,000 of premium each month. You multiply it by 6 marketing directors, that's $150,000 of premium they write on that monthly basis. As a senior vice president, you override 10%. That's a $15,000 in override for that month for building 6 marketing directors. So if you combine your generational override of 10% of $15,000 of commission with your own local agency of $22,200, you're earning that month $37,200, or that's an equivalent of $446,000 of income by becoming a senior vice president on the PHP Agency platform. And just so you know, the average vice president with inside PHP Agency earns $451,000 a year. So let's talk about the next level of our comp plan that you get to unlock at the level of marketing director. It's called the GEB, Great Equalizer Bonus. If you do certain minimums, if you do certain recruiting and production bonuses, you can get on top of your 75% contract, you can get an additional 10%, 15%, 25%, 35%, and 45% on top of your 75% contract if you do certain production and recruiting minimums in your team. So if you factor in your marketing director contract, your senior executive level promotions, you factor in now the great equalizer bonus, you can decide whether or not on a monthly basis you get paid a 75% contract, 100% contract, 125, all the way up to 152% contract on a monthly basis if you choose to say, I'm gonna go above and beyond everybody else and I'm gonna earn this money. It's completely up to you. You know, if a giant like me can figure this stuff out, my wife can figure this stuff out. You know what GEB paid us this year so far at the recording of this video, September, right? 2020? From January 1st to September, in the recording of this video, GEB has paid us over $537,000 of cash bonus. That's not override, that's not personal production, bonus. That's right. You do well here, you get the bonuses. PHP, get you a house. But hey, who's counting? Anyway, I'm excited to see what the rest of the year pans out, because $536,000 and the way our bonuses are adding, looks like close to $750,000 of bonuses are coming away just on GEB bonus alone. Vesting, you do business here, you get promoted to field associate, you have an agent in good standing record with us for at least 1 year. If you leave, you say, I got other things to do, I got other priorities, I got other things to take care of, no problem. You become a field associate with us, do 12 months with us, you maintain your license and your errors and omissions insurance, you will be paid your renewals commissions even if you leave. I mean, how many careers, how many businesses do you know that if you don't do it and you're not working it, you're not active in it, but just as long as you have your license, as long as your clients, your customers are paying their premiums on a monthly basis, you still get paid on the book of business you establish here. That's correct, that's called vesting. You get that here at PHP Agency after 1 year and get promoted as a field associate. And side notes, this is something that's pretty important, because if you choose to build a business, if you choose to build an organization, if you choose to build a book of business, an agency, and a sales force, if you want to build it, because you're actually building an asset here, you're building an agency. If you choose to sell it one day, hey, you can sell it. Yes, I said that right. You can sell it. You can sell your code number, move on with the rest of your life and do what you need to do, but you have a cash check for your agency that chooses to build if you choose to sell your code number. If you thought that wasn't good enough, the company's adding on more bonuses. If you choose to grow your company with inside a company by 75% growth from last year to this year, by 100% growth from last year to this year, by 125% from last year to this year, you get to participate in the $1 million, $4 million, $8 million bonus pool for you to share with your team. How's that? It doesn't come from your pocket to reward your guys. doesn't come from your pocket to take care of your people. The company says, listen, you take care of your people, you exercise leadership development, you get people to do what they normally wouldn't do themselves. That's called leadership. Let me share with you what our guys got paid last year, 2019. We grew our business last year by 75% in one category. The company issued us an $80,000 bonus. So our guys were able to participate and have a nice cash Christmas with their families. Wouldn't you want that for your people? Last but not least, first two or most wanted bonus. Yes, another bonus. You see, if there's one thing that we love here at PHP Agency is that success loves speed. So the company said at the beginning of the year, hey, the first team that does $500,000 in premium at the beginning of the year gets a $50,000 bonus. The second team to do $500,000 a year of cumulative premium gets another $50,000 bonus, so on and so forth. Or the most wanted bonus, we call those breaking records. If any team here breaks any record from last year to this year, another cash bonus is coming your way. So for example, if you wanted to know, this year, the company paid my wife and I for breaking records and being the first two do a $500,000 in business. They paid us a cumulative total of $95,000 so far this year. So as I wrap this up, let me discuss the 4 stages of income. The first one is survival, the second one is status, the third one is freedom, fourth one is purpose. See, I think about survival. I don't know about you, but I wasn't raised around somebody who made $100,000 a year. I wasn't raised with somebody who made $250,000, at least legally. I wasn't raised around somebody who made $500,000, let alone $1 million a year. I like the homes that they're living in, the neighborhoods they're living in, but how do I ever get that? It was just something you saw in magazines or something you just saw online. If you don't have the right program, you're not thinking about money the right way, you're gonna be stuck in survival phase for a very long time, and for some, for generations. The second phase is status. If you decide to go in business for yourself, you say, you know what, let me give myself a shot. I remember getting started here in 2015, 2016. And I remember a guy named Alejandro Aguilar, he's about making $40,000 a year. It kind of shocks me because he's over $500,000 in income. I remember Ricky Aguilar making $30,000 a year. Next thing you know, 3-4 years later, making $500,000, $750,000 a year. Status. And listen, I'm wearing a Rolex watch today, but I didn't buy it. Guess what? The company awarded it to me when we crossed certain milestones with the company. The company gave me a $25,000 watch because we crossed some barriers with inside the company. We saw ourselves in Vegas. And our CEO founder at the time said, let me give you a taste of status. Let me give you a taste of what the better life is. And I remember having our blindfolds. We were walking out of the Rio. It was my first, second convention with the company. I sensed the periscope. I sensed things were happening. This, I heard, and all I hear is, okay, take out the blindfolds. We take out the blindfolds, and right in front of us was Lamborghinis. In front of us was Ferraris. In front of us was Porsches and Rolls Royce. And our CEO founder, Patrick Davis, said, okay, we're gonna have dinner at Del Frisco Steakhouse. Instead of taking Uber, instead of taking the taxis, instead of taking a van, hey, why don't you take a Lamborghini? What? Are you kidding me? So we had a little bit of taste of status there until we started entering the third phase, which is freedom. We did a Vote 1099 RV tour, and it took us 17 months to get to $500,000. I remember very clearly. We're sitting there at the Denny's. We're watching the update video, and Patrick says on the video, congratulations on Matt and Sheedy, just crossed over $500,000 in income. I said, babe, are you sure? Check the bank account. Next thing you know, she goes, babe, it's right, it's true, it's correct. And I remember on that trip, we called in our car broker. We didn't even go to the dealership came to us. Next thing you know, they're delivering our brand new Mercedes-Benz SL550 AMG convertible and our Cadillac Escalade. It was unreal. The team experienced it, the team saw it. That was freedom. We said, you know what, we can purchase a car just like that. We can just wire in a check or slide in a credit card, that's freedom. And to know where we came from, listen guys, I came from a 500 credit score. You didn't want to look at my credit. I didn't know what credit was until somebody said, hey man, your credit score is a reflection of your attitude. Oh, what? Yeah, your bank account is a reflection of your consciousness, or what you're thinking about. What? Shocked my mind. See, that's what happens when you start reading books. You start expanding your mind and starting to take this money game seriously. And next thing you know, we start getting involved in this phase called purpose. I remember back on this bucket list, my mom says, Matt, I got another bucket list. I said, what's that, Mom? I want to go to Israel. What? Israel. Israel, Mom. Israel. And she FaceTimes me. I'm going to get water from the Jordan River. Boom. She picks up Jordan. This is for Jordan, my son, our 18-month-old son now. We're going to baptize him with water from Jordan River. Unbelievable. Next time she comes back, we had a party at our house, and we baptized our son with water, holy water from the Jordan River from Israel. Isn't that crazy? You get to check off a lot of bucket lists for your parents. You get to do things for your family. I see this phase here as we're writing this out. I started off as an employee. I went to self-employed. Now I'm starting to become a business owner. And more importantly, I'm starting to become an investor now. You know how people feel a pit in their stomach every Sunday night because they have a job on Monday morning they don't like to go to, that they loathe going to, because they're overworked, underpaid, underappreciated, and not financially happy? That's how I felt as a self-employed salesperson, insurance producer, buying leads, getting seminars done, direct mail, ads in the paper, being on radio and TV to get business. That's how I felt every New Year's Eve, knowing that January 1st, I got to start all over again. That if I want the same financial success I had last year, I got to start from scratch, from zero, starting January 1st. But that was part of the process, though. That's my perspective. That's how I was able to get some appreciation for now sliding into the B phase, business owner phase of my life, and starting to say, you know what, I can start scaling. I can start duplicating what we've done to other people, to different regions all across the country, to find other people that just were like me, who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being survival status for generations, who are sick and tired about being in split family situations or blended family situations where other people aren't financially helping out and supportive at all. That's where I find myself in the B phase. I can start scaling. I start tapping into people that were being affected by the aspects of life. And the same shovel that got them in this ditch isn't going to be the same shovel that's going to get them out of this ditch. So these stats say, you know what? Have I stayed here and had we not gone any here, here's what we've been able to do. My wife does all the business. She wrote 835 applications since being here in January 2015. 835 applications, clients, ever since being here. That's on average 14 a month. That's on average of 18,000 of premium per month, personal pen. But check this out. Most people get stuck right there. That sounds great. That sounds good right here. But guess what we've been able to do with this PHP business model? We've been able to duplicate. We've been able to establish leadership development. We actually start building a team. We actually start building an agency. We actually start building a company. We start building a brand. We start building a movement. And next thing you know, we start to duplicate this to other people, because guess what? More people said, you know what, let me become a marketing director. Let me become a senior vice president. Let me become a chairman's council. And guess what we've been able to do? Our team cumulatively, since January 2015, guess what we've been able to write? 1,000 policies? 2,000 policies? 5,000 policies? Check this. Since January 2015, our team has written over 46,809 policies. That's 46,000 people served. See, the problem that I had here is that if I really felt great about what I do for families, I'm only limited to how many hours I can put into business, to the hours I can give other people. Limited, for example, 835 client applications or 20 clients a month. That's the height of my limitation before I start burning out. Scale, please. Who cares about your business? No more than the person that started, not your employees, not your associates. And the problem here too as well, as a self-employed person, is that you train, groom, and coach your best people, and guess what happens? They leave. My wife and I, writing 46,000 client applications, that's 780 new customers a month we've been able to serve. Like, if you feel really great about making an impact in our community, actually disrupting the industry, then you have to talk about numbers like this. Otherwise, that's just like a great theme or a great concept. But this is actual application. That's 37 million in premium that we've been able to write since January 2015, since we got here. That's $617,000 per month. You want to know the impact? Here's the impact. This business has paid us, since we got here in January 2015, has paid us $5.3 million of commissions since we got here. Here's the better part. You know what's paid our people? You know what's paid our team? It's paid them over $21 million of commissions to their families, to their single parent households, to their broken family households that people are looking for a way to fight and say, you know, life, I'm sick and tired of life just hitting me and I don't have a weapon to fight back, financial weapon to fight back. This is it. $21 million of commissions paid their way. We've created $100,000 income earners. We created $250,000 income earners. We created $500,000. We created $750,000 income earners. Our firm has created seven-figure income earners based on this model. Here's the better part. This is an actual business where 98, 95, 99% of their income isn't based on their own individual efforts. So now we're starting to tap into this thing called what? Compounding income, compounding growth, compounding exponential development, where your income is not only here and grows up to here, but it now starts taking a vertical leap, where the business starts taking on a life of its own. You don't get that as self-employed. Most businesses, you don't get to experience that, but that's a unique thing that this platform is able to provide, not only my wife and I, but for many of our business partners. I'm thinking about our friends, Jose and Marlene Gaitan. Barely can put gas into their Chrysler Sebring. Now they got Teslas, they got two boys, driving around a Lamborghini, Ferrari, about to buy their dream home in Southern California. Thinking about our good friends, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, who took a Toyota Sunny, drove and relocated from Southern California to Houston with nothing more than a popcorn machine. Next thing you know, he and Ceci are building a family, buy their dream home. A Lamborghini, Ferrari, kid Mila has everything that a little boy can ask for. Think about our good friends, Hector and Erica Del Toro, another 7-figure income earner in our company. I remember meeting them in 2015, 2016. They're about making $40,000, $50,000 at a training event. Next thing you know, they're 7-figure earners today. Why? Because they started tapping into the compounding efforts of their business. When I'm thinking about George Palayo, he came to the insurance industry at 18 years. I met him in his late 20s. Now he's in his mid-30s. Next thing you know, he comes home with a Ferrari. Next thing you know, he's building properties and developing real estate. These type of impacts are happening because of a compounding effort of the platform that we sit on, which is the PHP Agency opportunity. And as I wrap stuff up, guys, the way I look at it, you have a few options. Number one, go back to the same old, same old. You can doubt, you can have disbelief, you can have fear take over you, or you can start feeding this thing in your spirit called faith. Say, what's the worst that can happen? Yes, I know it's $199 to get this business started. Yeah, I know it's a few $100 to get licensed in your resident state. And if you want to do business in other states, you have to pay a state license. But that's about it. Yes, you have to invest in a little bit of coaching, and you have to, in terms of conferences, at no more than $190 or $150, depending on what conference you go to. And yes, you have to pay for your travel and room and board, but that's about it. Listen, guys, there's companies that attempted to recruit our guys, and these companies say, hey, listen, if you can build an agency here, the agency start fee is $25,000, but we'll give you a book of business. What? But do you have a platform where I can be in a business, I can start having a compounding effect? No. Then why want to pay $25,000? I've seen guys put money inside franchises, $50,000, $100,000, not making the money that we're making. Bro, listen, the income I've been talking about this whole entire time, making this type of money and this type of bonuses, these are all net income. This is profit. This is cash, direct deposits in our bank accounts. Zero money spent on advertising. Zero money spent on leads. I was talking to some other guys, said, yeah, my firm, even though I'm 130, 140% contract, I spent $2,000 a week on leads. Really? But this type of business, the only expenses that my wife and I have, office space, staff, we create jobs, we have operations team, I have a social media team, but very minimal type of overhead. We got a product that is an infinite amount of inventory that doesn't grow old. The biggest problem we have is not competition. The only thing that we compete against is not another insurance company. No, that's not a competition. The thing that we compete the most against is small thinking, stinking thinking, procrastination. I'll put it off. I'll be fine. I'll be okay. Yeah? How's that working out for you? Honestly, do you have another $200,000, $300,000 for your kids' college education that we don't know about? That you don't know about? At 30, 40 years old, do you have another $400,000 or $500,000 in your 401k in savings that you can really depend on? Are you okay? Are you really okay? Or did you just settle? How much money did your boss pay you to start giving up on your dreams? Did you ever think about that? So whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it be income, get out of the survivability phase, you want to live a lifestyle, you want to retire your mom, you want to retire your dad, the question you got to ask yourself is, do you have a blueprint? More importantly, do you have anybody in your corner that's been there, done that, helping you out? And more importantly, do you have a culture and an environment that cultivates winning, that cultivates leadership development? More importantly, it cultivates personal, individual development, that you can look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm better today than I was yesterday. Do you have that environment, or is it just transaction-based? At the end of the day, if you look and sit down with the person that shared with you this video, you actually break down our compensation based on what either competitors, whatever business or opportunity you've been dissecting, ask for the hour or 2 hours that I'm spending selling this or selling that, how much money do I make here? And long term, if I spend 5, 10, 15 years in this model, where do I make more money long term? And I hope that you've decided to pick up and say, you know what? I have a life that I want to build. I have a legacy I want to create. And I got generational wealth I want to build. If that's you, we look forward to meeting you here at PHP Agency. We look forward to working together with you. We look forward to seeing you on a conference call, and definitely look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully soon, at a big event. With that being said, I'm your money smart guy, Matt Sapaula, Chief Distribution Officer at PHP Agency, and until we meet again, continue to help people, continue to love people, and continue to change your lives today.